So let's understand exactly what is AI and generative AI and what exactly is happening in the world around these things and why is it happening. So AI, artificial intelligence, something that is not natural, that is something which is man-made. And intelligence here refers to the intelligence of the brain, the capacity and the ability of human brain to think and to process information and then to come to a conclusion, or the entire ability of human brain, that is intelligence. So mimicking this way of working of the brain digitally and encoding it is the artificial intelligence. So ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, all of them are AI, but then they are part of a field called generative AI. So generative AI is any AI system that can generate, and it can generate either images or text or audio or video or 3D structures or protein structures. Anything that any AI that generates something is called as generative AI, just for the sake of convenience, basically. So when we say model like ChatGPT or Copilot or Gemini, when we say model, model inherently means a brain. So we can think of ChatGPT, Copilot, and Gemini as three different brains. Uh, and just like in humans, everyone's brain works in different manner. There are no two people think the same way. There, even if there is a twin, and their background, social environment, and all the other factors are exactly the same, even then their brain works differently. So same way, all these AI systems work differently depending on how they are encoded, and that field is called deep learning. Deep learning is a process from which you kind of train or build a model from the data. And humans gather data from our visual senses, audio senses, and through the form of reading and thinking, and we build on patterns in our brain. Same way, AI is fed data. Before it is AI, basically we feed the data. That data could be textual, audio, visual, or any format, and then based on that data we kind of go through this process of deep learning, which requires a lot of GPU, graphics, graphic computing power, and many other things. And then after that process, the system understands and builds a pattern of the world. Like the system builds a world model somehow, and it is encoded in numbers, the final model. And then whenever we ask the question comes from that model, which is nothing but a brain, a digital brain. So ChatGPT is a digital brain, and the free version 3.5 is actually a text model. Like it was trained only on text and it can reply only in text. So it is called text model, and it is also known as LLM, like large language model, a model that understands language, but it is large. And which language it understands? It understands English, but it can also understand Hindi or Marathi or French or German, on the kind of data it is trained on. So there is another concept called multimodal model. So a multimodal model is a model which understands images and audio as well. So you can upload audio, you can upload images, you can upload files. So just like humans, we understand things through our visual, audio, and other senses. If an AI system is given the ability to sense something by way of uploading that data or file, or maybe by connecting camera or mic to it, then we can consider or categorize those AI as multimodal AI. And multimodal AI is to really build a parallel digital brain with the ability of visual, audio, and other senses. Now the another question is why, uh, or what made us go along this journey, basically, like deep down. And it seems like humans have always been, there has been an inner drive to kind of create things, build things, and improve upon it. And whenever we did so, we always took references from the nature. So we created wheels somehow, one way or another. Eventually, we had horse carts, then we had cars, and now rockets and drones. we have machines, we have built buildings, we saw birds and we kind of made drones and aeroplanes as well. Like our most of our inspiration comes from nature or the things that we can see or experience or perceive. And we have been on this journey since quite a while now as humanity, over thousands of years, and especially it accelerated after the industrial revolution in 1900s, and especially after technological revolution in 1970s. So everything is accelerating, and the drive is like to this creation of things. And we have reached at a point where we have created so many things based on the nature, or based on our observation of nature. So one parallel is like human body and human life and human species is the finest creation of the mother nature, and it is also the most evolved body, most evolved mechanism also on this planet. And inside this human body, it is the brain which is most evolved. Heart we have already cloned, right? I mean, we have created artificial heart, and we have kind of conquered that. Now it is the time of the brain, and that is what we are trying here. So nature's finest creation we are trying to kind of rebuild, and in that finest creation we are going for the most even finer part of that creation, which is the brain. And with AI we have kind of successfully demonstrated an ability to kind of mimic the behavior of brain, and eventually it will reach to a point where anything that falls in the field of thought, the field of brain, the field of psyche, wherever thought reaches, the AI will reach. So quite frankly, AI can do any task, like an advanced AI can do any task that requires thinking, and eventually humans won't require the need to think for anything, at least technologically, because it has a lot of psychological, social, and geopolitical issues involved. But technologically, soon we'll be reaching a point where we don't really have to think, because there will be systems who can think on our behalf, be it technical or anything else. Well, so that's a brief summary exactly on what is happening, and eventually scratching the surface. Eventually, there will be many more AI systems, and there will be eventually an AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, and AGI, an AI that can almost do all things that human can do. There is no one definition right now of AGI, but it is a point where it is really in comparison with human brain, if not surpassed. All right, and when really AGI happens, or that point occurs when the AI system is really as advanced as the human brains, we will be at a point where we really won't need to think of anything. I mean, we can think if needed, and we will, but um we will have people or like AI systems thinking on our behalf for most of our problems. Well, so that's it for now. All right.